Listen, you're now locked into the Firahs podcast with your boy Firahs in the building. You know what time it is, man. We're back again. Another practice episode, So this is our second episode now, season 1. Again, just practicing to see what we're doing. So you might see a little bit of a different edit. You might even see different scenery coming up at some point. I do not know. But yeah, that's the end with the podcast. If you're locked in, we're going to be talking everything music, showbiz, all of that stuff. Just going to have a bit of fun. Mainly music though. Obviously, as we do street sessions in the game. And today's drink, it's a little bit of a Magnum situation right here. So if you're locked on the camera, on the visuals, got a little Maggie on me today. Because we got a lot to get into today. I can't even lie. I've been looking at what I want to chat to you lot about today. We will be having more guests, so don't think I'm going to be solo dolo all the time. Hell no. Anybody got time for that? But before we get into the first conversation, let me have a little sip of the Maggie. It's a Friday, so you know what time it is, man. Get ready for today. But I want to start with an actor from Eastenders. Man like Chaz. Interesting story that's been popping up. I thought I had the story up on my laptop, but I don't. But interesting stories. So now you got an actor, man goes by the name of Chaz. And he basically he was on EastEnders and he now does drill. Now the problem is that a lot of people are getting mad at him doing drill because basically they're saying he's fake. They're saying that he isn't the guy that he's portraying to be. He ain't that guy, bro. He ain't that guy. Now the bars have been a bit, it's a new kid on the block. You know what I'm saying? He's talking that talk. Let me see if I can play a little bit of it from my phone for you lot. So this is what I'm practicing right now. So obviously 2-2s, I will be getting my setup a bit better, so I'll be playing it. But listen, man, if you lot can hear this, let me play a little snippet of this thing real quick. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's getting creased. I'm the new kid on the block. You know what I'm saying? Shot a vid now, there's police. You get me? Like, he's talking like he's real gang out here in the streets right now. And I can't even lie to you. I have to agree with a lot of the people that are talking right now. Like, this whole situation of people just jumping in on rap with no authenticity on the content that they're putting out there, it's a little bit mad for me. I believe if you're not about it, don't rap about it. Listen, he can jump on a drill beat and do all that thing. You can be gang on the beat. But at least be what you're saying you are. Now, a lot of rappers have come out and spoke their little 1-2 piece. I know there was one rapper particularly called That Guy. I think his name is That Guy. That Guy AR or something like that. Anyways, he spoke about this specifically. I saw a video on TikTok. Very good things to say about it. Coming. I don't know if it was him specifically, because I saw so many videos, bro. But there was a guy that was basically talking about coming out of jail, working this hard, to then hear a guy talking basically BS about like the streets and not even being from the streets, and basically saying that being a rapper is dead. He doesn't want to be known as a rapper. There's no credibility anymore. And I totally agree. I think with this Chaz geezer, right? His name is Charlie Winter. Man, like Chaz. Charlie Winter. Is it cold up in there? Anyways, pause. Some people's gonna say pause. Someone's gonna take that out of context. Pause. Bro, listen. I don't know if he's faking his lifestyle. He might have a couple of gang broskies. He might be knowing a couple of bandem, but you can just tell it's not from the streets. And I think when you start looking at the way the bars that are being utilized in his music as well, or within that particular clip, new kid on the block, bro. What block? Can you imagine if I came out with a tune, talking about new kid on the block? Broski, I'm getting rushed in a minute, bro. What block? What ends am I from? What's the postcode? You get me? So I don't know. I'm looking at this Charlie Winner. I'm not even calling you Charlie. I'm calling you Charlie. Man like Charlie. Holla Lola, fam, because we ain't trying to hear you on these tunes, bro. I don't know, man. I can't give you no love on this one, man. I just think, I don't know, man. I just think you need to find your own lane. And this whole rapping thing, I mean, unless, I don't know. Personally, I don't want violence, so I don't really want to be like, oh yeah, unless you're really about it and do your thing. But like, it's just getting corny at this point, man. Like, too many people are trying to jump in on this rapping thing, and they're not credible. And like, bro, we see right through it. Like, at the end of the day, you're not about it, so why act like you are? I know we're in this era where you can just gas it up on social media and all of that. but we don't need this, and you don't need a hype coming, the backlash coming to you right now, Carl. You was an Eastenders guy. Go find another Hollywood movie, man. Stop pursuing this rap career, because you ain't gonna have one. You're not H. You're not RD. Like, you're Charlie Winter from EastEnders, bro. Like, you're a soap opera actor, bro. Like, you're not Drake. You're not gonna be able to do what Drake did. He came from G Generous and did this thing. You're not that good of a rapper anyway. Like, it's not even like he was that good. Decent flow. If we're gonna start talking about, you know, how he sound, decent flow. To be honest, UK rappers all sound the same anyways, bar like one or two. I'm sorry, like, you all sound the same. So it's not even difficult for him to sound good on the beat anyways, because he just sounds like every other rapper. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, listen, Charlie Winter. What you people them telling me about Charlie Winter, man? Man like Chaz and that. Should he stick to acting, or, you know, should he be pursuing this new rap career that apparently he's running on? Shout out to the Daily Mail. They picked up on it pretty fast and did their own little spin on it. But yeah, man, Charlie Winter. I don't know about you, my friend, but if you think you're doing okay, then you can keep carry on. So yeah, I don't know, man. Charlie Winter, shout out to you, man. But listen, I want to talk about something else as well while we're here. We've got a lot of topics to get into. Krept and Konan just dropped a new single. I was literally just playing it 2-3 minutes ago before I actually started pressing record button. It's called That Way with Abracadabra. You know what? It's so sad because I like Krept and Konan. I like Abracadabra. But bro, what was that song that they did together like a couple of years ago? Payphone or something? Satin Telephone? Anyway, it just sounds like a remix of that joint. It sounds like they just came back. Like, I'm going to type it in now because now it's really bugging me. Krept and Konan, Abracadabra. It just sounded like I just want to know what the title of the song is now. It's really bugging me now. I feel like I need to know the name of the song. Oh, Robbery, yeah, bro. It sounded like I heard Robbery Part 2. And to be fair, like, if I have never heard Robbery, this tune will be a hit. It's a good tune. Lyrics insane. Krept coming in hard. I actually think Konan had the weakest verse in this whole tune, to be fair, which is quite surprisingly to say. But, I mean, Abracadabra pretty much did the chorus, so, you know, it's not deep. But, and usually I prefer Konan, that's what I'm saying. But, I have to say this. That Way is a very good song, but we've heard it before. So for me, it was a bit like, I mean, it's a good tune, but I've heard this before, you know? And I just don't want to hear it again. I want to hear something new, but it is okay. So on that reason only, man, bro, That Way, it's just a pointless tune. It's a good tune, but it's just, I've heard it. And furthermore, if you're going to have the same lineup on a tune, at least do one step better. It's not even better than Robbery anyways. It's a good tune, but it's not better than Robbery. So it's like, you've got the same lineup, but it's not even like on par with the old tune. But anyway, listen, man, Krept and Konan back with That Way, featuring Abracadabra. Let me know what you guys are thinking. But, you know, actually, I just remembered something. I have to tell you a story about it. You know, I need a sip of the Magnum for this one still. Okay, it's a funny story. So, basically, we was chilling in Proud and Batman. I was with a couple of the Mandem, and this brother's chick is like the manager of Proud and Batman or something like that. Manager, like, she handles the events, whatever, right? So we pull up, we get in for free, all nice and squeezy. Fun fact, this bar, it's not nice. So when you're dropping peas, you're dropping like 20 bones on like one vodka lemonade or something like that. It's crazy. But so obviously, anyway, if you've been to Proud and Batman is like a club. It's like a really nice high-end club. To be fair, it's some overhyped club. It's cool, but it ain't that great. It's alright. Bare things though, bare gold diggers though. I mean, if you got peas, go Proud and Batman. My pockets ain't matching. So, bro, when chicks are like, "Oh, you gonna buy me a drink?" I'm like, no, no, I ain't buying you a drink. I'm just not doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? £40 for 2 drinks, bro. I'm sorry, my G. That's my cap home. But anyways, so in Prime and Batman, there's like an upstairs area. There's like a couple booths upstairs. We was like top floor, I think. Well, we was like at the top. And then there was like people in the booths, right? So I needed to go toilet. Now, there, man, I'm quite waved at this point. Hella sips in. obviously we had the tables. We just had like a whole bottle of like Grey Goose, I think, something like that. I don't really remember. We was just drinking, right? Bare drinks flowing. Blah, blah, blah. But anyways, so I leave now to go toilet. So obviously I'm not familiar with Prime and Batman. And I have to also say I was used to being ground floor. I think that was the first time I was ever on the top floor bit. So I'm walking through the booth. So I'm going from booth to booth to booth to booth, like trying to find a way to get out of that area to go to the toilet. So as I'm walking around, I walk past like a bar. I see a gentleman and a lady speaking, and then there's like a table next to them. So if you imagine I'm facing straight, and then they're standing there right in front of me, booth behind them, right? So as I walk towards them, because I'm just thinking I gotta go through this booth to get to the toilet, because I can see like an exit door. Like I'm like, yo, excuse me. And this broski don't even want to talk. Like he's not even acknowledging that I said excuse me. He's not even staring at me, and he's talking to this chick. This chick is just carrying on a conversation. I'm like, hey, excuse me, bro. Carry on talking. Obviously, I'm a bit waved in it, so I'm like, getting a little bit brave now. Like you get me as you do. You look up. I'm like, oh damn! Hey, look, it's Krept. I don't even say his name. I don't say it out loud in my head. I'm just like, oh, it's Krept. So I'm looking at him now. I'm like, oh, brother, I'm trying to go to the toilet. Is it cool if I kind of like go through? He's not acknowledging me at all. Not even looking at me. I'm like, hey, excuse me. And he's like, yo, baby, man, you know what I'm saying? You're looking so fine. I'm joking. I don't know what he's saying to this girl. But he's saying something in it. I mean, he's got a chick. So it could have been his girl. I have no idea. I don't remember who the chick looked like. All I remember, the chick kind of gave me that little weird look. She looked at me as I'm saying, excuse me, as if to say, okay, so what's going on here? Like, you're just standing here. Like, I'm standing right next to them. You gotta understand, like, I'm standing right next to them. Like, I'm like, I can hear their conversation. I'm just waiting. I'm not paying attention to it. But I'm like right next to them, and I'm screaming, hey, excuse me. The music is going on as well. You gotta imagine, like, man's like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, I'm trying to go to the toilet, mate. Don't ask me about the accent. I don't know. He's not acknowledging me at all. Krept is just talking. I'm looking at him like, bro, like, can you just like give me like one chance? Like, can you just look at me so I can go toilet, bro? I just want to pee, blood. I see my boy at the back of the booth, like, he has no idea what's going on. I'm trying to text him, but if you've been to Pride about the service is dead unless you got the Wi-Fi. I was like, my messages ain't even going through. I'm baffled. Boy, I take a look to my right. There's a whole pathway. There's a door right there. And I just walk. And as I'm walking, I turn around, yeah. I look at Krept and I just see the girl kind of like laughing at me, and I'm like, oh, what an L, bro. Like, what an L. I just think that's a funny story. Shout out to you, Krept, though. You did not bend, you did not fold for that table, bro. I don't know if you feel I was trying to sneak into that table because I knew who he was, bro. No offense, like, I wouldn't even be that excited anyways, but still one of my favorite rappers in the UK, though. But I think that story's kind of funny, man. I don't know if it would have gone different if I had actually gone, yo, Krept, let me go through. I don't know. I never said his name. I knew who he was. I just didn't say his name because I was just like, bro, I'm not. That's weird. I'm not one of them dudes that's just gonna be spitting out people's names. Like to be honest, I don't care like enough as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might like you as a rapper, but like just because he's got a couple fans don't make him any bigger than what I am. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be like bare like, oh my god, hey, Krept and Konan, what are you saying, bro? Can I get some crepes and cones with that to go? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. But yeah, I thought that was a funny story, man. Fully didn't acknowledge me at all. Gotta respect it though. Like, he probably just thought I was some drunk weirdo trying to get on his table. When in reality, all I wanted to do was go across and pee. But he was not. He was not letting go of that pathway. So shout out to him, man. Held it down for his team in that. So I thought that was quite funny. But yeah, Krept and Konan that way. Future Abracadabra. What do you guys think about that? Let me know. Obviously there's going to be all clipped into different social media platforms as well, so literally just comment anywhere you see where you can comment regarding this situation. Heady One drops a new single as well. I'm not going to lie to you lot about this one. Heady One, Martin's Sofa. Yeah, I mean, Martin can keep it, man, because I was not feeling that tune at all. I mean, after like a minute, I just kind of didn't want to hear the tune anymore. This wasn't really for me. It's not a bad song. It's just, I don't know, man. I liked his flow on it. I like that kind of lazy flow that Heady One's kind of got, you know, when it's like it's nice, it's so smooth, pause. But apart from that, like, I just don't know. I don't know. I feel like UK rap had such a high standard set within the last 2 years that it's now kind of, the levels are kind of getting lower. I mean, well, we've got like Charlie Winter now thinking he's a rapper, so yeah, definitely standards have gone low. But I wasn't really feeling Heady One's Martin so far. I don't have any hate for that track at all. I just don't really think it's a bit of me, unfortunately. But listen, Heady One, you're doing your thing. Obviously, he's still a big artist within the UK. Just not anyone that I'm checking for. And the last new track that I want to talk about today is J1 Lose featuring Miss Banks again. I gotta take a sip for this one. I just don't like J1, man. I'm tried. I can't. And it's not even like J1 drops dead tunes. Like, honestly, he doesn't. It's not like he's dead. He's just not me. I just don't want to hear J1's voice. I just don't like the flow. I just don't like it. I don't know why. I've tried. Like, I've tried so hard to get into J1's music, but every time I hear him rap, I'm just like, nah, bro. It doesn't do it for me. But again, I'm no one special. It shouldn't really matter what I think about people's music. I'm just a musical fan. I'm just a presenter. I do a lot of radio and that. But that's not the point. Listen, I'm not bumping him on my playlist, and he shouldn't care. If he does, bro, you need to get a life, because I'm no one special. No offense. But J1 Lose featuring Miss Banks. Listen, man, I might start scoring. I might start doing scorings. If you don't want to see me do like proper like musical reviews on this podcast, on the Firahs podcast, do let me know. Because I can do proper musical critiques. We can go down bar for bar, lyric for lyric, verse for verse, and then we can rate them as well. Because I do that for quite a few labels as well. I get sent music to kind of review them from like labels and that. So if you want me to do that on the podcast, I would do that. You get me? I'll give detailed reviews. We can even play. I probably can't play the tunes because I'll probably get cancelled on every platform, copyright strikes and that. But you can go listen to the tune yourself, comment on the podcast, and then boom, boom, boom. Or just pause it, listen to the track, and then carry on playing it. Because if it's not live, then yeah. Because we're going to be going on Twitch and that soon as well. But yeah, J1 Loose, bro, the tune is so loose, man. It's not tight at all. Can't even lie. But, bro, my phone's pinging off. But yeah, man, J1 Loose with Miss Banks. I want to talk about something to do with just the UK scene in general. Before I go into some more like conversations, the UK scene to me at this moment of time is very, what's what I'm looking for? I don't want to say annoying, but safe. I'll say it's too safe. I believe that whenever I've been in this industry now for, bro, like I first held a show when I was like 16. Like did my own show like 16, 17, something like that. So like man's now what, 20. I've been in this game for like 11 years. That's wild. But like I did come off the game for about 3 years in between that. Like I was off it. I was like just studying and doing stuff like that. I wasn't really doing anything industry at the time. But yeah, essentially 11 years I've been in the game, right? And like people just don't say how they feel, bro. Now I want to know, as artists out there, like, do you want the truth or do you want the BS? Because I honestly, I remember when I was first doing like my proper like come up thing like a couple of years ago, well, more than a couple of years ago. It was called like Chat and Show, and I was doing like daily content and whatnot. And I must have said a couple of men that were irrelevant. I can't remember who was talking about. I think it was like P Money, Wiley, or something like that. Wiley ended up blocking me on Twitter anyway. But a lot of people like started hating me on Twitter because I must have posted it. The video kind of blew up, did like 6-7K at the time. That was pretty cool at the time. And people just in the comment section said, "Oh, I was gonna subscribe, but I don't like you," because obviously I don't agree with their opinions based on a couple of rappers. In this country, everyone just seems to bum lick everyone, and I don't really get it. Like, whether that's radio stations, whether that's journalists, no one seems to hate on anyone. Everyone just loves everybody, and it's crazy. Like, I speak to them behind closed doors, and they will tell me, "Oh yeah, like we don't mess with that. Oh, I don't really think he's that good." Fam, they come on your show. "Oh my god, you're amazing. You're the best thing I've ever had." Like, why do we do that? Like, I don't understand. If you don't like a tune, why can't you just tell them that you don't like a tune? I don't see what the big deal is. Okay, cool. You might run into them on an event and stuff like that, but bro, they're in the industry where they are meant to face constructive criticism, I would say, or just feedback in general, right? It's not always all happy doobie da where everybody's just happily jolly grayly. Like, I don't understand why in this country is like that. And obviously, if I criticize someone, people start crying. Like, what are you crying about? Like, I don't get it. Like, don't create content if you don't want feedback on that content. Don't post it. Just keep it on your phone and don't post it out. But what's happening is like, I'm watching everybody flip flopping, like literally just backbiting on a hard tip, to then smile in their face. Like, I don't get what the point in that is. Like, listen, I just spoke about Heady One's thing. What's it? Martin Sofa not being it. Told Martin to keep it. Like, if he came out and got bare angry about that, I'd be like, bro, like, not every song's gonna be perfect anyway. Listen, I do music. Most of my tunes are garbage. I could sit here for right now and I can tell you, out of all the songs I've drawn, about 90% of them are garbage, and it's a fact, and I know it. I just drop it because I like it. You see the difference between me? I like something. I don't need you to like it. You can tell me it's garbage, but it's cool. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I drop it because I like it. I've had people tell me it's not it, to the point where, like, they're like, oh, Ra, I'm surprised that you're not, like, mad at me. And I'm like, why would I be mad? Like, I don't expect you to like my music. Like, you don't have to like my music to get what I'm saying. So it's like, it's one of them ones where it's like, I don't have a problem with you not liking my music. It's not that deep. You're allowed to criticize me. You're allowed to say what you got to say about my music. I like it. But I think it's different because I'm not trying to be an artist, whereas I guess you lot are. So you lot probably take it a bit more personal than I would do as somebody who isn't trying to be an artist, but I just enjoy making a bit of music. But there are like 2-3 songs to it. I'm telling you, they're hits. I just didn't promote them very well. But they got quite decent views though. You know what I'm saying? No promo on that. No paid promo on that. Just saying. On my own YouTube channel as well. Not on GRM or not on Link Up or Mixtape Madness or any of them joints. The same. My channel. I have to emphasize that. But yeah, the UK scene at the moment is just a small, tight-knit circle. Listen, like, if you don't fit in, like, you're not going to get in with anyone. And it's sad because I think with the UK as well, like, we're at a situation where I believe we should all be supporting each other, but it just doesn't seem to be like that. If you're at the top, you support. If you're at the bottom, you don't. And that's just the way it is, man. And people reach a certain level and then they just dash the people that was there for them anyway. I see that happening way too much. For me, it is what it is, man. That is literally the UK scene. That's how the scene is. And unfortunately, if anyone trying to get into this entertainment business, bro, if you want to be PC, that's probably your better advice. Don't do what I do and start criticizing, because one person you criticize will tell the whole country, and then nobody would want to mess with you anyway. That's literally how this country is. Sad, but it's factual. So yeah, be careful how you move in this industry. Cause yeah, I'm gonna take a little sip of that Maggie. But yeah, it's not the way for some people, man. If you want to be loved, be loved. But also, I have to say as well, like, oh my god, listen. See, the one thing that's mad about the UK scene as well, is like the way that money is always an issue in this country. I mean, bro, too many people want free stuff, man. Bro, I'm doing content for this geezer, yeah. Let's see, I pull up to his event. It's not, look, how much for the footage? Boy, you got that footage. I'm looking at him like, what do you mean you got that footage? And you know I got that footage. But are you paying me or not? I ain't gonna give you my footage. Oh no, bro, I don't know. I'm having a situation with this other person. I think this particular person also stopped a bag of mine, which is cool, whatever. It wasn't really a big bag anyway, so it was like £100. No one cares. Because I was supposed to be doing something with this particular person, but then this particular person wanted some content that I filmed. I didn't even film it as well. It was my other friend that filmed it. But they've been asking me for this content for a very long period of time, and I've always kind of insinuated, bro, you're asking the wrong person. Like, ask my man. I don't actually have the footage. Obviously, I tried to get the footage before, but he was just being long. Obviously, he wants to check. It's just normal. He wanted to check. This person isn't offering to purchase the footage. They just feel entitled to the footage because we showed up, right? And like one of them ones where like now like man's not even talking to me about it, but I just don't really care about whatever, man. Anyways, I don't know. That's just a quick rant. Krishan Rock, Blueface academics. This is actually quite a funny thing that's going on right now in the industry. Christian Rock and Blueface recently came out with like a show. It's a show about their life. I think it's on like some network called Zeus or something like that. Blueface openly admitting that he no longer cares about rap, pretty much, and that he's just trying to promote Christian Rock. That's like they compare themselves to Young Thug and Gunna. Basically, Blueface is Young Thug and Gunna is Christian Rock. I mean, talent wise, it's definitely not in the same conversation, but you know, each to their own. Yeah. So Blueface and Academic's been going back and forth as well a lot on Twitter, which has been quite funny to see. But the funny thing is, the reason I wanted to bring up this conversation was actually because they were at No Jumper, and Christian Rock had an absolute meltdown. She got a bit too waved, as she always seems to do. And yeah, I wish I could show you the footage. I might be able to include the footage in here somehow. So if you just see a footage, yeah, it's probably being played. Interestingly, like, she's just on the floor, hammered, and Blueface is just like, get out, like, tell us to get her out. She's off the henny. I just can't believe that we were watching a rapper who had such a big hit in Fatiana, had a big year. I believe that Fatiana was like 2017, 2018, 2019. Was it 2019? 2017, I think. 2017, something like that. And he's just allowed himself to become this like meme. Like, he's all about the shade room era, and that's all he really is. Obviously he has that OnlyFans thing. He's got a show on OnlyFans. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like you gotta get a bunch of chicks and they just basically fight and whoever wins the show, I guess. And that's basically how Christian Rock and Blueface met, because she was one of the contestants on that OnlyFans show. She was supposed to be his artist, and then eventually, I'm assuming they fell in love at some point, and yeah, they're together now. And Blueface has been getting smacked up by bottles, been like, bro, listen, if you've even been watching any of the show from Zeus, you will see that it's been constant. It's just constant beef with her family. It's just very toxic. And honestly, I don't really know how much of it I care about, I want to believe in. For me, it's just interesting to see an artist of that caliber, or previously of that caliber, because he was one of the hottest at one point, go down this route of shade room antics. Bro, Blueface is like, he's a laughing stock, man. Like, he's dead food, bro. Like, I don't even want to hear about Blueface anymore. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, Blueface is dead. Anyone come to me talking about Blueface, I'm looking at you like, bro, are you red face? That dude is dead food, bro. Like, let him sleep on his ones. Like, he's dead. He's out of it. We do not care about Blueface and Christian Rock. No offense, bro. And you're not even Young Thug and Gunna anyway. You're not even Dick and Dom. Like, come on, man. Remember Dick and Dom? It's not even Dick and Dom. They're not a partnership, bro. Like, they're just toxic. Anyways, bro, listen. That's episode 2 of the Firahs podcast. Hope you guys are enjoying the vibes. Again, yes, they're going to be longer format very soon. I'm literally just doing practice episodes just to get into the swing of things. So this one's another quick one, more topic based than yesterday. Well, I did film yesterday, but it's not going to be out like that. But we did a previous episode. One was a more Brit Awards, literally just a long form conversation there. This is a bit of a topic conversation here. But yeah, let me know what you lot are thinking. I've got a couple people coming on very, very soon. So hope you guys are gonna enjoy that. So there'll be that longer format. We'll probably be able to debate and have a conversation. This is just me solo, because I want to start doing maybe 3 to 4 videos a week. Some solo, some with guests. Solos will always be short format, so just allow me to just talk my shit. Because basically, people that don't know, I work on radio, but I'm only allowed to talk so much on radio, and that's for I wanted to come on a platform where I could do that. So podcast, Twitch will be those type of platforms where you'll catch me just talking all the time. I believe in the UK we need something where people are just a bit more honest. I just generally think that people in this country just aren't honest at all, which is sad to see. And yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy my content. If you don't, feel free to tell me it's garbage. I do not mind. It's okay. If you do like it, do let me know, because I'd rather see that. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. Like, you don't have to like what I say. You don't even have to agree with anything I say either. Listen, to you, Heady One might be the best rapper in the world. To you, Krept and Konan and the Abracadabra song That Way might not even be a robbery part 4. You know what I'm saying? So let me know. It's all good. And you might love J1. You never know. But yeah, this is your boy Firahs. This has been the Firahs podcast. Catch us everywhere and anywhere. Follow us on all social media platforms at Firahs Podcast, besides Twitter, which is at Firahs Pod. Yeah, man. Enjoy the rest of your week, I guess, if it drops. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. But bye.